66 million years ago, in under a second, 3/4 of all species on Earth were sentenced to die. The killer was a rock 10 to 15 kilometers wide, racing toward a shallow sea off what is now Mexico. It hit at roughly 64,000 kilometers an hour, more than 20 times the speed of sound. In seconds, it dug a hole 20 kilometers deep, throwing molten bedrock clear into the upper atmosphere. The crater it left behind stretched 200 kilometers wide, ringed by mountains thrown up in an instant. The blast released energy equal to more than 1 billion Hiroshima bombs, all detonating at the very same moment. Within minutes, winds over 1,000 kilometers an hour scoured the land for hundreds of miles around. Falling debris re-entering the sky acted like a broiler, igniting wildfires thousands of kilometers from the crater itself. A tsunami over 100 meters high raced outward, drowning coastlines as far away as modern Texas and the Caribbean. That wave circled the entire planet within 2 days, leaving flood scars scientists still read in the rock today. But the worst damage wasn't the fire or the wave. It was what the impact did to the sky. To find out exactly how a single day unraveled a whole world, we have to travel far from Mexico. 1,800 miles north, in what's now North Dakota, a quiet river valley may hold the actual last hour. Paleontologists call the site Tanis, and they believe it captures minutes, not centuries, of that single terrible day. Those beads are spherules, molten rock blasted into the sky over Mexico, then cooling into glass as they fell. Remarkably, some of that glass turned up lodged inside the gills of fossilized fish at the very same site. Fish don't breathe in debris after they're dead, said Dud. So those fish were still alive when the glass arrived. That means Tanis preserves the opening minutes of the extinction, not some later, gentler chapter of the disaster. Minutes later, seismic waves from the impact reached the valley and set off a violent standing wave, a seiche. The seiche buried fish, turtles, and a dinosaur's leg together in an instant, sealing that single moment in mud. One fossil turtle at Tanis was even found pierced clean through by a flying branch, still lodged in place. Some scientists argue growth rings in the fossil fish bones even point to a springtime disaster, though that's debated. An iridium-rich clay layer sits directly above the Tanis fossils, the same rare metal found worldwide at this boundary. Tanis gives us the opening hour in vivid detail, but the extinction's real killer was what happened next. Soot and dust from global wildfires climbed high into the atmosphere and spread to blanket the entire planet. Within weeks, almost no direct sunlight was reaching the ground anywhere on Earth for what may have been years. Photosynthesis collapsed first, and every food chain on the planet was built, one link at a time, on plants. For decades, scientists blamed sulfur from the vaporized rock at the crater as the main driver of that darkness. New research from 2025 found that sulfur estimate had been overstated by up to 2 orders of magnitude. The real blanket, it turns out, was mostly ordinary soot, smoke from the wildfires the impact itself had ignited. Acid rain likely fell for 5 to 10 years afterward, poisoning rivers, lakes, and whatever soil still remained fertile. Global temperatures may have stayed depressed for decades. Some models suggest even longer, long after the skies cleared. Every plant eater starved first, then every predator that depended on them, in a slow collapse lasting years, not days. In the end, roughly 3 out of every 4 species alive on Earth were gone, an almost unimaginable toll. Every non-avian dinosaur on the planet, from the smallest to the largest, disappeared inside this single dark chapter. Yet not everything died, and who survived tells us exactly what this catastrophe actually punished and what it spared. Small size turned out to matter enormously, since tiny bodies need far less food to simply stay alive. Burrowing helped too, since a few feet of soil blocked the heat, the fires, and the worst of the cold. Being able to eat almost anything, seeds, insects, scraps, meant some animals could simply wait the darkness out. Freshwater animals fared better too, since rivers and lakes buffered the worst temperature swings better than open land. Crocodilians survived largely intact, patient ambush hunters already built for going long stretches without a meal. Turtles survived too, tucked inside armor that fire, cold, and hungry predators alike had a hard time cracking. And one whole line of dinosaurs actually did survive, the ones we now simply call birds. Their light bodies, varied diets, and ability to fly toward whatever food remained gave them a narrow way through. So, survival here wasn't about strength or size. It was almost entirely about how little you needed to get by. For decades, though, one basic question stayed unanswered. What kind of rock was this killer actually made of? Almost nothing of the original asteroid survived the impact itself, scattered and vaporized across the whole planet. So scientists went hunting for its chemical fingerprint instead, buried in thin clay layers laid down worldwide that year. In 2024, researchers matched rare metal traces in that clay to a specific family of ancient meteorites. A newer study went further, identifying the impactor as an unusually rare type of carbon-rich meteorite indeed. That rare chemistry suggests the asteroid began its journey far out in the solar system, not nearby at all. One researcher put it simply, being struck by such a rare, far-traveled object shows just how unlucky the dinosaurs were. Of all the rocks that could have crossed Earth's path that day, this was an especially uncommon one to meet. It also explains a stubborn old mystery, why the dust cloud's chemistry never quite matched common local asteroids. The killer, in other words, wasn't just unlucky timing, it was an unlucky, rare visitor from deep space. Every piece of this story, the crater, Tanis, the winter, the chemistry, points back to that same single afternoon. That one afternoon ended the age of dinosaurs and quietly opened the door for the age of mammals instead. And the dinosaurs never really vanished completely. Every bird outside your window is still, technically, one of them. 66 million years later, the sky is still, for now, simply full of ordinary, unremarkable stars.